Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to this broadcast between Middle Georgia State and Point University. This is the SSAC opener between both teams as Point University is coming off a sweep from Brenau where they lost 7-1, 8-4. Middle Georgia is coming off a sweep against Brevard where they took the wins 7-1 and 4-1. And now we will start off with KK Giles, who's going to be taking his first pitch, and that's going to be a ball, brings it 1-0. So KK Giles, the senior on this team, senior pitcher, who is from Franklin, Georgia, previous school, Heard County High School. One of the returners on this team. She'll take that next pitch. That will also be called a ball. Brings it to a 2-0 count. Defensively, you have May Durham at catcher, KK Giles at pitcher, Mackenzie Diaz as your shortstop, Tia Coleman on third base. You have Brooke Burkett in center field. You have Kaylee Quarles in right field. Wellesley Henderson on first base. Ramsey Clark on second. So that last one was called a strike. And in left field, you have Hannah Phillips. So now we are at a 2-1 count. Middle Georgia right now is ranked number 16 in the nation overall after a big year that they had. They've really grown as a program softball. So looking to just continue what they're doing as they're 6-0 in the season so far. As she'll look to get that hit. Gets it right past the shortstop. So that's going to get the first hit of the game for Middle Georgia. So now I have number 25, Morgan Wyndham, senior outfielder from Clarksville, Tennessee. Previous school was University of West Alabama. So as KK Giles look to take this next pitch. That one's going to be fouled off. That will bring it to an 0-1 count. For Giles. Usually is a game 2 starter. Recently has become the game 1 starter. And it's looking to really get the Skyhawks back to their winning ways. They are 2-8 on the season so far. As now we'll see a quick stolen base. That is going to be safe. So that last pitch was a strike. And now we do have Haas on second. So 0-2 count. Gabby Haas on second. KK Giles looking to take this next pitch for your Skyhawks. Actually, let's get the signal. Look to take this next pitch. That one a bit low. That'll bring it to a 1-2 count. As this is the first home game since February 8th with conference play now starting. A lot of things have been much different since then. As that one is fouled off. Keeps it at a 1-2 count. As we look at Morgan Wyndham, she's appeared in all 6 games so far, has a slugging percentage of .889, on-base percentage of .636, and she has 2 triples, 1 double, 11 hits, 8 runs, at bat 18 times, and batting .611. So now Giles will take this next pitch. So now we're at a 2-2 count as we are in the top of the first. Skyhawks will be back on this field tomorrow against Bruton Parker. Bruton Parker is actually in Montgomery right now as they take on Faulkner University. As Middle Georgia will trade off, and they're going to go to Montgomery tomorrow. So conference play starting to really kick in for both teams. As for the Skyhawks, this is their first year in the Southern States Athletic Conference. So usually they do not play Brenau as early in the season, as that used to be a conference opponent. But now with that, they'll be playing a lot more teams in the Georgia area. Middle Georgia and Cochran, Georgia. Swung and a miss. That will be the first strikeout for KK Giles. So now you have number 33, Madison Riggins, who is going to be coming up to bat. Senior out of Camden County. Out of St. Mary's, Georgia. Camden County was the high school. Previous school was College of Central Florida. So now if that being the first out, you'll still have Haas on second. And now Riggins at bat. Giles takes this pitch. That one to be on the inside, brings it to a 1-0 count. It's a lot of things to be excited here in Skyhawk Nation as I have a very big day tomorrow with a lot of sports in action. Softball taking the field 2 and 4. Flag football will have a home opener, as that last one was a strike 1-1 count. Flag football recently, who just came off their loss last night in an inaugural game against Life University, lost 12-0. They will be having 2 games tomorrow, 12 o'clock and 4 o'clock. That second game in between the 12 and 4 will be a neutral site between Campbellsville and Milligan. So stay tuned and check in on Skyhawk Sports Network. And if I did not, and last thing to not forget, will be our basketball senior days. Women's basketball 1:30, men's basketball 3:30 against Thomas University. Giles will take this next pitch. Brings it to a 3-1 count. 3-1 count. 1 out. Haas on second. Giles will take this next pitch. And that's going to be a strike. Brings it to a full count. If you're KK Giles, you would love to get this next pitch to be in your favor for a strike. Takes this pitch. And that's going to go past third base, and now you'll have Haas who advance to third, and you'll have Riggins who advance to first. So now that's going to bring up the next batter, number 21, Christina Zeppa. So as we get back into play, have a 1-1 count. Middle Georgia already at 2 hits at the top of the first. Still only 1 out. Coach Sarah Bowles will come out to talk to her pitcher. She comes out to talk to her pitcher. We'll be right back here with Skyhawk Sports Network. As now we're back, KK Giles is going to look to take this next pitch. That one on the inside, that'll bring it to a 2-1 count. So with Riggins on second, you have Haas on third. Still 1 out. Middle Georgia looking to try to take this first run at the top of the first. And that is a swing and a miss, brings it to a 2-2 count. That's now Giles looking to take this next pitch. It's going to bring it to a full count. Pitch on the outside. Middle Georgia previous season was 43-14, 22-6 in conference. Advanced all the way to the opening round where they lost to Columbia College, then beat Tennessee Wesleyan, then lost to Marian University. So was unable to get to the World Series, but still had a great season, as now that is going to load the bases. So now you have number 13, Alexis Cosgrove, third baseman senior out of Smith Station, Alabama. So for her, this is not a far game from home for her. Got a few Middle Georgia fans in the house today as we are beautiful Friday afternoon in West Point, Georgia. So now still 1 out. Giles looking to take this pitch, as that is going to be hitting the foul territory. Brings to an 0-1 count. So she looks to get ready for this next pitch. Giles takes the pitch. And that is going to bring it to an 0-2 count. So if you're KK Giles, you want to go ahead and retire this batter. Hopefully for this to be a strike on this next pitch. That one far on the inside. That's going to bring it to a 1-2 count. As we see more people in the building, we got Mr. Pacey Strickland from Valley Times in the building. Big shout out to him. He is also someone that covers a lot of Skyhawk athletes. If you did not see the recent story that he had on Alyssa Burrows after she won SSAC Pitcher of the Week, please check it out. He wrote a great story as that last pitch was called a ball. Brings to a 2-2 count. Really starting to take pride in what everyone does here. Giles takes this pitch. Swing and a miss. That will bring it to the second out of the inning. So now you'll have number 7 of Georgia Bice. Junior out of Douglasville, Georgia. Previous school was from University of West Georgia. University of West Georgia is actually going to be a school that is going to be going up to D1 in the ASUN. So Giles looking to take this pitch. It's going to be a ball. Brings to a 1-0 count. Middle Georgia still with bases loaded. If you're the Skyhawks, you would love to have 3 left on base to try to end this inning. Giles. That is a swing and a miss. That would bring it to a 1-1 count. So 1-1 count, 2 outs. Zeppa on first, Riggins on second, Haas on third. You have Bice at bat. That'll bring it to a 2-1 count. That last pitch was a ball. So for Giles, getting her signal, takes the pitch. That is going to be hit into foul territory. Hopefully no one's car got hit on that. As mentioned before, we are really full throttle on our spring sports now, as tomorrow we'll have cheer, who will be on the road at Life University. Baseball on the road right now. They are taking on Loyola. That would be a great weekend series. Today will be a doubleheader. Tomorrow will be a single game. Loyola 11-0 on the season so far. Point 9-3 on the season so far. If you're Point, you would love to take this series from Loyola. Go ahead and get some conference wins. They did get their first official SSAC win last week against William Carey. William Carey took the series, but Point University ended that series in Game 3 with an 11-3 win. A lot of home run bombs, a lot of hits. Skyhawks were just rolling. So full count for softball right now. So now Giles looking to get ready to take this next pitch. It's also going to be hit into foul territory. So still a full count. 2 outs. Bases loaded for Middle Georgia. Giles gets the signal. She'll now look to take this pitch. And that is going to walk one on first and walk one home and move everyone on base. So now you have number 11, Summer Lawrence, who is at bat. Fun fact about Summer Lawrence, she is actually the daughter of Mr. Ilya Lawrence, who is our Associate Dean of Students and also Fieldhouse Operations Director here at Point University. So that pitch is going to be called a ball. Brings to a 1-0 count. Base is still loaded. Middle Georgia did take that first run. Score is 1-0. As Giles takes this next pitch. That'll also bring it as to a ball. 2-0 count. So Giles takes the pitch. Finds the spot. That will be a strike. Brings it to a 2-1 count. So now if Lawrence at bat, Bice at first, Zeppa at second. And on third you have Riggins. So Lawrence right now showing bunt. Giles takes the pitch. That is hit in the foul territory. Deuces are wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. So now Giles will look to take this next pitch. As now Lawrence hits that into the left field. That'll score 2 runners home. Look at the potentially score 3. And that will score 3 home. She'll get the double off that, and that scores Riggins, Zeppa, and Bice. So now that's going to bring your next batter of number 4, Sarah Latham. Sophomore to Peachtree City, Georgia. As now we'll have a new pitcher, and that will be number 9, Chloe Mitchum. So as she gets to take some of her pitches, we'll be right back here with Scholar Sports Network. And so we're now back. Chloe Mitchum is going to be your pitcher. You have number 4, Sarah Latham, at bat. You have number 11, Summer Lawrence, who is on second base. It's that first pitch is a strike. 0-1 count. First pitch, first strike. Chloe Mitchum, sophomore pitcher out of Lafayette, Alabama. Previous school was Chambers Academy. So that last pitch was a ball. Brings to a 1-1 count. Chloe Mitchum came in January last year and instantly saw some time on the field. So it's actually one of the returners on this team. Last one called the ball. Brings it to a 2-1 count. Takes that pitch. That'll also be a ball. Brings it to a 3-1 count. Right now, Middle Georgia leading off at the top of the first with 4 runs. Already at 3 hits in the inning. So it's that last pitch is going to be a walk. And that's going to also be an out on that. So we'll be right back here with Skyhawk Sports Network. Middle Georgia does lead 4-0.
Skyhawks capture number 4, Mary Durham.
So now we'll have number 4, May Durham, who is going to be leading off for your Skyhawks. She is the catcher / third baseman from Salem, Alabama. Previous school was Chattahoochee Valley Community College. Eddins will look to take this first pitch. That will be a ball low in the dirt. Brings it to a 1-0 count. You have Beth Eddins from Gainesville, Georgia. As Eddins looks to take this next pitch. That will find a spot for the strike. So for Eddins, he's already pitched 14 innings on the season, only giving up 7 hits so far. As Lord willing, that is going to be the 8th hit as May Durham will advance on the double. So double to left field. First hit. So now you'll have number 17 of Hannah Phillips, who is going to be coming up to bat.
Now to bat, left fielder, number 17, Hannah Phillips.
Hannah Phillips, also one of the newcomers on this team. She is a junior out of Headland, Alabama. She came from Lurleen B. Wallace Community College. Great connection for Point University and LBW. That first pitch will be called a strike. 0-1 count. Hannah Phillips, one of the quick, speedy players on this team. Get her on base. She can steal at any time. So that second pitch is going to be called a strike. 0-2 count. Hannah Phillips, so far, she is batting .370, .485 on base percentage, and .370 on slugging percentage. Walked 6 times, 2 RBIs, 10 hits. Leads the team in hits so far. So that last one was going to be fouled off. And she already has 5 stolen bases. So like mentioned, get her on base, she will find a way to use her speed. So now Eddings looking to take this pitch. Going to be chipped on that. That'll bring it to keep it to a 0-2 count. So it's for a lot of people who are still Skyhawk fans. If mentioned, last year we did have 14 seniors that graduated from this team. A lot of new faces, few returning faces like KK Giles, Zeta Smith, Rayleigh Thorne, Tia Coleman, Chloe Mitchum, Sky Lofton, Savannah Bryant, and Wellesley Henderson. So she takes that pitch. Durham will advance to third. You'll have Hannah Phillips advancing to first. So now that's going to bring up Sky Lofton, your senior from LaGrange, Georgia, previous school, Southern Union State Community College. So if Durham on third, Phillips on first, still 0 outs for the Skyhawks. You would love to respond in the best way possible with Lofton at bat. Adams takes the pitch. And that first pitch is going to be called a strike. 0-1 count. So Lofton getting ready to take this next pitch. That will be a swing and a miss. Brings it to 0-2 count. Sky Lofton so far batting 192. 300 on base percentage, 231 slugging percentage. She has 5 hits on the season so far, 2 RBIs. That last one was fouled off. Thank goodness for cages, or we might have to find a new cameraman. As she took that next pitch, that is going to be a swing and a miss, strikes out. So that is going to bring up your next batter of Tia Coleman. Tia Coleman, one of the seniors on this team as well. From Mobile, Alabama. Previous school was Lurleen B. Wallace Community College. Coleman, the only player on the team so far that actually has a home run. So that is a swing and a miss. Brings it to an 0-1 count. So as Adams looks to take the pitch, you have Phillips on first, Durham on third, Coleman at bat. That is going to be a ball. Brings to a 1-1 count. So it's Edens. Takes this pitch. That is going to be a swing and a miss as well. Brings to a 1-2 count. So one ball, 2 strikes, 1 out on the board. Coleman looking to get ready for this next pitch. That one shipped away, hit into foul territory. Coleman so far batting .500 on the season, slugging percentage of .722. Has 9 hits, 1 double, 8 RBIs. So as Coleman gets that hit, that will drop. You'll now score May Durham. Hannah Phillips looking to advance. So now, make that another hit. So now that brings up Kaylee Quarles. Score 4-1. Kaylee Quarles, one of the new faces on this team from Headland, Alabama. Previous school, Chattahoochee Valley. So now you have Phillips on third, Coleman on first, Quarles at bat, still 1 out. Adams looks to take this pitch. Finds the spot, brings it to 0-1 count. So it's Adams, takes this pitch. Lovely change up on that pitch. That will bring it to a 0-2 count. Those can be very unpredictable as far as from a batting perspective. So now you have Edens. 0-2 count, 1 out on the board. She'll take this pitch. Quarles, that one does drop. Coleman advances. You'll have Hannah Phillips now advancing home. Make that the second run.
Your first baseman, number 23, Wellesley Henderson.
So now, as it was 4-0, you now have 4-2. Skyhawks with 4 hits already so far. Still one out on the board. If you're Wellesley Henderson, you definitely want to take advantage of this situation here. That one a bit low, brings to a 1-0 count. So far you have May Durham, Hannah Phillips, Caleb Quarles, and Tia Coleman all with the hit. Just really getting over those defenders' heads. Second pitch, also a ball. And so now Tia Coleman looking to try to advance to third. Will she will be caught stealing. So as we're back, Tia Coleman is okay. She was caught stealing at third. So that is going to bring 2 outs. Wellesley Henderson is still at bat. Caleb Quarles is on first. Middle Georgia leading 4-2 right now. So that is going to be called a strike. 2-1 count. On deck right now you have number 3, Brooke Burkett. Edens takes this pitch. Is that going to drop in the right territory? That will fall. And that will end this inning off. And so we'll be right back here with Skyhawk Sports Network. And so now we're at the top of the second. Carmen Phillips is going to be leading off in this inning. Your senior from Ellaville, Georgia. Previous school was Fullington Academy. Looking at Carmen Phillips. She's batting .286 on the season. .572 on base percentage. She has appeared in all 6 games so far and started all 6 games. First pitch was called a ball. I'll bring it to a 1-0 count. Mitchum, still a pitcher for the Skyhawks. And that will bring it to a 1-1 count on that strike. As we see, Tia Coleman is back on the field. Glad she is okay. Mitchum takes the pitch. A bit hot, I'll bring it to a 2-1 count. Phillips also, so far, Carmen Phillips to be exact, also so far has 4 runs, 4 hits, 4 RBIs. So far, it's only struck out 1 time this season. If you're Chloe Mitchum, you want to make it twice. So you have a 3-1 count. Mitchum looking to take this pitch. Finds the spot. That'll bring it to a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So she'll look to take this next pitch. That will put Phillips on first, and now you're back at the top of the lineup with Gabby Haas, your catcher / shortstop from Jupiter, Florida. So far, Haas is already 1 for 1 on the day. Would love to try to add a second hit. Middle Georgia right now has 3 hits. Point has 4. It's one of those runs did come off bases loaded off the run. As that one will be fouled off. So 1-1 count with Phillips on first. Mitchum will look to take this pitch. Durham is ready to go ahead and make that throw to Diaz. As Phillips has already tried to steal twice. So Mitchum takes the pitch. Now Phillips looking to steal. Can she get there on time? That is safe. Another stolen base for Middle Georgia. So now still with Haas at bat. You have a 3-1 count. As she'll now take the pitch. And so Diaz will get that straight to first. So now that'll get Phillips to third. So that last hit was Madison Wyndham. She got a double. That will bring Phillips home. 5-2 is your score. So now you have number 33, Madison Riggins, at bat. Riggins so far is already 1 for 1 on the day. So if that last pitch that did advance Wyndham third. So we will see another pitcher, and that will be number 5, Zeta Smith, who will be coming in for Chloe Mitchum. And as she takes her pitches, we'll be right back here with Skyhawk Sports Network. So now you'll see number 5, Zeta Smith, who is in the circle for your Skyhawks. Zeta Smith is your senior from Grantville, Georgia. Previous school was Bruton Parker College. First pitch will be a ball. It brings to a 1-0 count. So from Middle Georgia, 4 hits so far. Smith takes this pitch. That will be a strike. Brings to a 1-1 count. So 1-1 count. 1 out on the board. So Smith takes this pitch. That is a swing and a miss on that. Swung for the fences on that, but could not find it and connect with it. So now Zeta Smith looking to take this next pitch. 1 out on the board so far. So that one is hitting the foul territory. That'll keep it at a 2-2 count. As mentioned, so far Riggins is 1 for 1 on the day. You have Wyndham on third right now. So Smith takes this pitch. Smith gets it to first. So as that last one was an out, we did have Wyndham who did score, so that's going to bring the score 6-2. So as you have number 21, Christina Zeppa at bat so far. Zeppa looking to take this pitch from Smith. That is going to be a ball. Zeppa batting .400. Batting .400, on base percentage is .871. So that last pitch was called a strike. Already has 4 runs, 6 hits, 3 RBIs, 2 walks, and has not been struck out yet on this season. So that one is going to be hitting the foul territory. So with 2 outs on the board, pending on this, you still have Alexis Cosgrove on deck, as Smith will take that. That is now going to walk Zeppa and put her on first. So now you'll have number 13 of Alexis Cosgrove, your senior third baseman out of Smith Station, Alabama. Some more action that we have today is right down the street in Lynette, Alabama, as our women's golf team has a dual match against Brenau. Pitch called a strike. We'll give you some updates once we are notified how everything is going, as women's golf is now finally starting their spring tournaments again, getting ready to really make a name for themselves in this semester, as that is going to be a hit that will advance her for the single, and Zeppa will advance the second. So now that'll bring the 5th hit for Middle Georgia, and now you have number 7 of Georgia Bice back up to bat, your first baseman from Douglasville, Georgia. So for Cosgrove, she is now 1 for 2 on the day. Smith looking to get ready to take her 15th pitch. As now she'll take the pitch. That one is called a ball. 1-0 count. So with Bice at bat, you have Cosgrove on first, Zeppa on second. Zeta Smith looking to take this pitch for your Skyhawks, as it's gonna be safe. So that will now load the bases for Middle Georgia, as that ball was fair. And that'll have your second at-bat appearance from Summer Lawrence. Already 1 for 1 on the day, looking to potentially go 2 for 2. So if Bice on first, Cosgrove on second, Zeppa now on third. Smith looking to get the signal from Coach. And she'll now take this pitch. 0-1 count. First pitch was called a strike. Zeta Smith now looking to get ready for her 17th pitch. And she'll now get ready to take this next pitch. Called a ball. 1-1 count. 2 outs on the board. So now Smith looking to take this next pitch, as that's going to fly straight to center field. Brooke Burkett will come down with it. So now at the end of this inning, Middle Georgia ends off with 2 runs, 3 hits, 3 left on base. We will be right back here with Sky Sports Network. Brooke Burkett will be leading off at this inning. So now we have Brooke Burkett, who is leading off. First pitch called a ball. That will bring it to 1-0 count. Addins is going to take this next pitch. That one chipped off, brings it to a 1-1 count for a foul ball. Brooke Burkett, another newcomer on this team, junior from Millbrook, Alabama. Previous school, Chattahoochee Valley Community College. If you checked out our Point Skullhawks. That last one was called out. If you checked out our Point Skullhawks Instagram, Brooke Burkett was actually one of the players that got mic'd up. So now you have number 14, Mackenzie Diaz. She is the freshman out of Monticello, Georgia. Previous school at Jasper County High School. As Addins takes that pitch, that will be a swing and a miss. It's that ball bit high. That'll bring it to a 1-1 count. So 1 out on the board. As now, Addins looking to take this next pitch for Middle Georgia. That one also a swing and a miss. Brings it to a 1-2 count. So if you're Middle Georgia, you want to try to slow down the Skullhawks as far as getting hits, as they started off with 4 hits in the top of the bottom of the first. So Addins. That will bring the second out of this inning. So now you'll have number 12, Ramsey Clark, who is going to be coming up the bat. Ramsey Clark, one of the new freshmen on this team from LaGrange, Georgia. Troup County was the school that she came from in high school. So now Addins looking to take this pitch. Clark with the bunt. She'll try to advance to first, and she will be called out. That'll be a quick inning for Middle Georgia. So as they get ready to take this next at-bat, we will be right back here with Skyhawk Sports Network. So now as we're at the top of the third, we have number 4, Sarah Latham, who is at bat for Middle Georgia. As now Zeta Smith back in the circle will take this pitch. That will be fouled in, making it a 0-1 count. So far, Latham got walked on her last at-bat. So still 0 for. That one also fouled off, brings to a 0-2 count. So if you're the Skullhawks, you want to make quick work of this inning as well. As Zeta Smith looks over at the dugout, looking to get the signal. And she'll now take this pitch. She did go for a swing on that, so that's going to keep it at a 0-2 count. It's now Zeta Smith. Now takes the pitch. That one low in the dirt. That'll bring it to a 1-2 count. So 1-2 count. Smith looking to take this next pitch. And so that is going to get that first out of the inning. So now you'll have next batter of number 1, Carmen Phillips. So now Smith takes this pitch. That one is a ball, brings it to a 1-1 count. Smith takes the pitch. That one a bit low. That'll also bring it to a ball. 2-1 count. 2-1 count. 1 out on the board. Remember that the Skyhawks will be on this field tomorrow again, starting at 2 o'clock, as that one is a swing and a miss, 2-2 count. Bruton Parker College. And then next weekend, they will be going to Gulf Shores for the Gulf Shores Invitational. First game will start at 10 o'clock Central. 10 o'clock Central, they will be taking on Central Baptist. So that is now the second out for the Skyhawks. They'll also have Williams Baptist and Texas A&M University, San Antonio, and then they'll come back and play on March 9th against Fulton University, then follow up with another homestand with Tuskegee, doubleheader with Thomas. So they're going to be home for a little bit after they come back from Gulf Shores, and then they will hit the road for a crosstown matchup between LaGrange College and Point University. That'll be the second time that they'll face off. But as now we get back into play, Zeta Smith will take this pitch that is going to go into foul territory. Big shout out to all of our Skyhawk Sports Network viewers so far this year. As coming into the year, we were at 957 subscribers. And after that first football game, we surpassed 1K just like that. So just keep growing. So now Smith takes that pitch. That'll be a ball. For anyone that is watching and would like to have a quick shout out on this stream, email us at sportsinfo@point.edu. Tell us who you are, where you're watching from, and who you are watching. Last pitch called a strike. Again, that is sportsinfo@point.edu. Tell us who you are, where you're watching from, and who you're watching, and we'll give you a shout out on this broadcast. So now Smith takes the pitch. As that gets past third base, you'll now have Haas, who is going to advance to first. That'll be a single to left field. That'll now have number 25, Morgan Wyndham, who's going to be at bat. Haas so far has not wasted an opportunity every time she's gotten up to bat, and that gives her another on base. So that's going to be hitting foul territory. For Haas so far, she is 2 for 3 on the day. Wyndham 1 for 2 with 1 RBI. So now Smith takes this pitch. That'll be a strike. Brings to an 0-2 count. 2 outs on the board. So the 0-2 count. Haas on first. Smith with the pitch. Brings it to a 1-2 count after that last pitch on the ball. So it's Smith in the circle. That'll also be hitting the foul territory. Keeps it at a 1-2 count. Smith takes this pitch. As that is going to drop, so that will advance Haas to third. Wyndham will advance to first. That'll give Wyndham her second hit on the day. And now number 33, Madison Riggins, up to bat for Middle Georgia. So as Smith takes this pitch, that is going to be a strike. 0-1 count. So now you have Wyndham on first. You have Haas on third. You have Riggins at bat. On deck, you have number 21, Christina Zeppa. And you still have 2 outs on the board as Smith now takes this. As that is going to go to Quarles. That will advance 1 runner home. Wyndham looking to advance home as well. And that will advance her. And Riggins will make it to third. So add 2 runs on the board, brings to 8-2. So with Christina Zeppa at bat, you have Riggins now on third. What a hit by Middle Georgia. Really getting one of those teams, once they get rolling at bat, it is really tough to slow them down. I've covered Middle Georgia for about 5 years in the SSAC now. So that pitch is going to be called a ball. As that will fly into center field. So that is going to end off this inning. Score is 8-2. Middle Georgia is leading. We will be right back here with Skyhawk Sports Network. May Durham is going to be leading off this inning. You have Eddings who's going to look to take this pitch. That is going to be called a strike. Brings to a 0-1 count. Middle Georgia is leading 8-2 right now. Bottom third. May Durham already has a hit on the day. 1 for 1 so far. That is also going to be called a strike. Brings to a 0-2 count. Eddings so far. 2 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 runs. 2 strikeouts. So that's going to be called a ball. Brings to a 1-2 count. If you're Eddings, you want to get those strikeouts up and don't give up another run if you are her in the circle. If you're the Skyhawks, keep dialing it up. Two count. 0 outs on the board. Eddings in the circle. And you'll have Durham at bat. Makes it a full count. Last one was called a ball. So as Eddings takes this pitch, that'll put May Durham on first, and now you'll have number 17, Hannah Phillips, up to bat.
Skyhawks, number 17, Hannah Phillips.
It's now Hannah Phillips up to bat. So far is 1 for 1 on the day. As Eddings takes this pitch. Brings to an 0-1 count. Last pitch was called a strike. Now Eddings takes this pitch. So that one is going to pop up. And dropped. So Phillips will still advance to first. So as you see, Savannah Bryant, who is at bat right now, one of the locals. Junior out of Valley, Alabama, Axe Academy was the previous school, as that is going to be hit into foul territory. Had to make sure I didn't keep my car parked over there for a second. So now Eddings looking to take this pitch. 2-2 count. That ball high. It's going to bring it to a full count on the board. As you just saw recently, just literally a few minutes ago, the speed of Hannah Phillips. As they try to chase her down, she still got back to first. Eddings takes the pitch. That one also hit in the foul territory. So with runners left on base, Skyhawks were unable to advance any runs. But defensively, now the Skyhawks will get ready to slow down Middle Georgia. Here's your number 13, Alexis Cosgrove, who is at bats, senior out of Smith Station, Alabama. For Cosgrove, so far she is 1 for 2. That last pitch was called a strike, 0-1 count. So far in the circle, Zeta Smith has struck out 2 batters, walked 1. So we'll have a quick stoppage of play. Starting to get a full house out here under the sun. That last pitch was also called a strike, 0-2 count. It's going to be lovely to see who all shows up to which event tomorrow. So we have 3 different events that you can pick from if you're a Skyhawk fan. You have being inside in the gym for basketball senior day. You have being outside with softball. And then you have being outside for the flag football home opener. 3 games on the River Bowl field. 12-2-4. So that is a swing and a miss. That'll be another strikeout for Zeta Smith. So that'll bring in number 7, Georgia Bice, your junior first baseman. Georgia Bice so far is 1 for 1 on the day. Walked 1 time, also has an RBI. So that's going to be another strike for Zeta Smith. Brings to an 0-1 count. 1 out on the board so far. As Smith getting ready to take this next pitch. A little bit far on the inside, that will bring it to a 1-1 count. On deck, you have number 11, Summer Lawrence. As Smith, she'll take this pitch. That will get past pitcher. Diaz will get it to first. That one is low, so now that does get Bice to advance to first on that. And you'll have number 11, Summer Lawrence, who is up to bat. That first pitch to Lawrence was called a strike, 0-1 count. So now Smith looking to get ready for this next pitch. That one low on the dirt, that will be called a ball. So now Smith takes this next pitch. That is a swing and a miss on that. So if 1 out on the board, Zeta Smith looking to continue throwing a series of strikes. She'll take this pitch. That one is going to be called a ball. That's going to bring it to a 2-2 count. So as we have a quick stoppage play, coach will look to talk to our player. And you have Bice still on first. So after the quick conversation from coach and the player, you now see Smith who will look to take this pitch. That one is fouled off. Stays at a 2-2 count. Now Smith takes this pitch. Lawrence That will be hit into right field, so that will give another out as Kaylee Quarles was able to get under that. Great way to track the ball. So now you have number 4, Sarah Latham, is going to be up to bat. Sarah Latham so far. She's gotten on base. She is 0 for 1 on the day. She's already been walked 1 time. She also did get struck out today. So 2 outs on the board. Zeta Smith, you want to strike out again, as that first pitch is a strike, brings to 0-1 count. Excited for our upcoming spring events that we have, as that next one is a strike as well, 0-2 count. Really excited for our upcoming spring events that we have, obviously with flag football. You'll hear a new voice on broadcast tomorrow. Won't give away too many details, but just tune in and you get to listen. As that ball will get past catcher, that will advance Bice to second. And it's going to get Latham to first. So after the umps got to talk about that, that last pitch was actually called a ball. So you have a 1-2 count on the board, as that would be a swing and a miss, and that will get out Sarah Latham. That will also end this inning. So we will be right back here with Skyhawk Sports Network. As Wesley Henderson is going to be leading off this inning for your Skyhawks. Stop Edens, who's going to be taking this pitch. That one is going to be fouled off. 0-1 count. This is Wesley Henderson. Looking to get ready to take this next pitch. As that's going to be hit straight to the shortstop. She will throw it to first. That would be a 6-3 put out. So now you'll have number 3, Brooke Burkett, who is going to be up to bat for your Skyhawks. So now Brooke Burkett at bat. Brooke Burkett so far 0 for 1 on the day. As that last pitch was called a strike. So you'll see a new face pinch hitting. You'll have number 7, Caden Hilton, who is a freshman out of Woodstock, Georgia. Previous school was Woodstock High School. As she'll now have her first at bat. Edens looking to take this pitch. That is low in the dirt. That'll bring it to a 1-0 count. That last pitch was hit in the foul territory. Brings to a 1-1 count. Want to give a quick fun fact real quick as Jennifer Tyler come into the season 293 wins, already has 2 wins on the season, so she is at 295 career wins, 5 wins away from 300. And then another fun fact is her husband, who is John Tyler, head baseball coach for the baseball team here. He sits, coming into the season, he was at 185 total wins in his career. He is now sitting at 194. Potentially could move up this weekend, pending on how the doubleheader and how tomorrow goes with baseball. So both of the Tylers hitting a very close milestone. Stay tuned for some content that we'll have really to honor those. That's one chipped away for a foul. Earlier in the season, we did have another honor for women's basketball. Our head coach Tori Woolley had a milestone of wins. As Edens looks to take this pitch. That is going to be a strike, and that is going to get them out of the inning. So as Middle Georgia makes quick work of the Skyhawks, we'll be right back. We're here with Skyhawk Sports Network. As Carmen Phillips got that last hit, she did advance to first on that. So now we'll have number 3 of Gabby Haas, who makes the hit. So she will advance to first on that. And now you'll have another batter of number 25, Morgan Wyndham. As Smith takes that pitch, that will be hit and goes past your second baseman. So now you have Haas, who advances to third. Wyndham advanced to second, almost called out, but she was safe. So that's another hit for Middle Georgia. You have number 33, Madison Riggins, who is up to bat. You're a senior out of St. Mary's, Georgia. As with Middle Georgia, they're leading 8-2 right now in the 5th inning. Zeta Smith looking to take this pitch. So that is a foul ball. Haas is on third. You have Wyndham on second.
Next up, number 21, Christina Zappa.
As we are back on air, excuse me for the quick technical difficulties. Middle Georgia did add 2 runs. They are leading 10-2. You have Christina Zeppa on third. 2-2 is your count. You have number 13, Alexis Cosgrove, who is up to bat for the Knights. You have number 7, Georgia Bice, who is on deck. Zeta Smith is going to be looking to take this next pitch for the Skyhawks. That's going to be called the ball. Brings to a full count, 3-2. So is that Smith looking to take this pitch. That will be hit. Ramsey Clark gets it to first. That will go for the 6-3 putout. We will end this top of the 5th inning. Middle Georgia leading 10-2. So we'll be right back here with Skyhawk Sports Network. As Ramsey Clark is going to lead the bottom of the 5th, Edens will look to take this pitch. That first pitch is going to be a strike, 0-1 count. Edens takes this. That is going to be fouled off. Brings to an 0-2 count. Let's look at Ramsey Clark. Ramsey Clark right now 0 for 1 on the day. Looking to add a hit. That's now Edens. As that will be popped infield to your shortstop. As Jeff May Durham was at bat. That last pitch from Edens is called a strike. Brings to an 0-1 count. May Durham already has seen the base multiple times. As she was walked one time, and she is also 1 for 1 on the day. Edens looking to take this pitch. That is low in the dirt. Brings it to a 1-1 count. As Edens gets ready for the next pitch. That is a swing and a miss. That'll bring it to a 1-2 count. Edens so far has pitched 4 innings, has only given up 5 hits, walked 2 people, has 3 strikeouts. As Durham will hit that into right field. That is going to fall for the F9. So now you have number 17, Hannah Phillips, who's going to be up to bat for your Skyhawks. Number 17, Hannah Phillips, 2 for 2 on the day. Already has a run. So for Edens, would love to try to slow down Hannah Phillips, but Hannah Phillips comes in with a lot of experience from a JUCO, as that last pitch was called a strike. Comes with a lot of experience from a JUCO and really has already made a quick contribution to this team ever since the LaGrange game. So that's going to be called a ball. That'll be a 1-1 count. That's Edens. Takes this next pitch. And she'll hit it, and Hannah Phillips, that makes her 3 for 3 on a day. Quick speed. It is hard to slow her down. She is now back on base. You'll have number 18 of Savannah Bryant, who is up to bat. Savannah Bryant also won one of the other members who was mic'd up earlier in the fall for practice. Junior catcher out of Valley, Alabama. So that is going to be called a strike. 0-1 count. So right now, Middle Georgia has thrown 49 pitches compared to Point's 120 pitches. And Anna Phillips advances to second. So as Adams will take that pitch, that will be low in dirt on that. So as Adams takes this pitch, Bryant gets that right to shortstop. That is just a great hit by Savannah Bryant. So that'll go as a hit for the Skyhawks. You'll now have number 11, Tia Coleman, up to bat for your Skyhawks. So with Bryant on first, Phillips on third, Coleman at bat. Edens looking to take this pitch. Takes the pitch. And that's going to be called a strike. You've seen those pitches a few times. So as Edens gets ready to take this next pitch. That one is going to be hitting the foul territory. Brings to 0-2 count. So now, 0-2 count, 2 outs on the board. She'll take this pitch as Coleman will hit that into right field for the F9. So that is going to end off game one in run rule fashion. So we will be right back in the next 30 to 40 minutes as we will get ready for game two here with Skyhawk Sports Network.